Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm gonna do a Teemo versus Tryndamere video. I think I'm getting slightly better at applying the blind against Tryndamere, like in the Fappy video, which he does a brilliant job of. The anti-Tryndamere technology. So this is more of a low-elo game. As you can see, I'm silver and the Tryndamere is a gold. Um, so I was excited about this game. I mean, this wasn't a ranked game; it was more of a norms. But I mean, our comps were, I would say, pretty meta here. Um, so it looked like a good matchup to me. So my goal in this game was to max Q, but because of this invade, I started with my E, um, which I don't know if it went anywhere, honestly. Yeah, I almost died there. So I burned my summoners right off the bat. So you can see I'm kind of like starting with a huge disadvantage here. I'm also going to be very late to lane. And Tryndamere is already out there. So it kind of sucks. But it is what it is. I usually start with my team and invade. And I'm still trying to measure that to see if it's worth doing that. Because if you look at high low players, they'll just go straight to their lane most of the time and try to get lane prio and that early lead. So anyway, making my way back. I feel like this game was a bit of an improvement on my previous Tryndamere games. But we'll see. I did goof up. I did mess up a lot, so I do want to point those out as well and show where I messed up. So since I started with E, I was just going to try to see if I could get my PTA procs on Tryndamere and try to poke him out a bit. Especially since, pre-level 6, you'd get a lot of opportunity to do that against a Tryndamere. So I desperately needed level 2 for sure, to at least be a little more confident with my trades against him. This guy doesn't, I mean, at least from his match history, it doesn't look like he mains Tryndamere, so may not be the best example, but hey, it's Tryndamere nevertheless. Yeah, so you can see he's healing up really fast. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't spin onto me there. So I was able to get a pretty decent trade. You can see I'm like lagging in CS, so I mean, obviously the trend is focusing more on CS and less on trading with me at this point. Looks like. Jungler calls. Didn't really call me, but I just went up. Wire flashes out. I wonder if I burn anything here. Yeah, I don't think it's worth flashing and igniting after her. So I'm like, never mind. I'm just gonna not use my... Oh, well. Hey, I didn't even have my flash up. I just had ignite up. So I couldn't even flash ignite after Briar. And even then, I don't think I would have killed her at all, like, after she flashed, so... So he was gonna let me trade. I mean, we're both leveling up pretty much equally. I'm almost at level 6 here. Yeah, I was kind of scared of whether he'd get his level 6 here. So I was just like gonna get my minions and back off. Yeah, so he gets his 6 before me, which is a bad thing. So he ghosts me and tries to get me here. He can't obviously automate there, but he comes under turret. I don't know how he didn't use his ult. I don't know why he didn't use his ult. I guess he was just kind of confident. So he kind of messed up over there. Yeah, you can see he ghosts, but then like you can rewind and watch it. But basically, I think I got lucky there. He just didn't feel like using his ult, or he just didn't use it. That was his mistake. He just didn't know you would, or I mean. So right here, he comes in. I know he still has ult, but I blind him and I just stay, right? This is my favorite part, because he can't do much here. So I'm like, I put a Shroom down, ignite, flash out. He can't chase me after that. The only thing is I stayed in my blind too long. Because I was in a really bad position there. And he had his ult, so that was gonna be bad. But basically I wanted to test out the whole blind and stay still strategy. So I was gonna do that again. I think I did that one more time after this. Oh, I think they come after me here, both Tryndamere and Briar. I'm not sure. So either way, I get my level 7. I know he has ult. He comes in. I blind him. He still doesn't ult. I'm like, okay, fine. So I keep poking him. He's gonna ult right now. He already ulted there. So I have to count like 5 seconds from then, and he just backed off. So I really think this Tryndamere doesn't this guy doesn't play Tryndamere. You know, usually when a Tryndamere ults so close to the tower, he just go for me under the tower and then sort of like spin away from it. So maybe this isn't the best game, but for me, I felt good using the blind and staying still. And it's not like I'm like so far behind in CS. I've got a kill, and you know, I'm not too far behind in CS here. So I'm like, let me see if I can win the lane against him. You know, because that was my objective, is to obviously try to win lane against Tryndamere, because I've been lagging. There was one video I posted where I won lane against Tryndamere, but again, you know, I really think there was a skill difference, and I feel like this one also has a bit of a skill difference, because I'm just an OTP Teemo and this guy isn't an OTP Tryndamere. So but either way, I'm posting this one because it's part of, you know, trying to get better against playing Tryndamere topside in low-elo. So I know he used his ult, and I have like, I think it's like 100-second cooldown. So, oh, he has his ult back up now. So, oh well, doesn't matter, I guess. So he comes in here. He has his ult. He blinds me. I press S because I'm not in minion range. So I don't know what he does here. He's on top of me. I get my level up, blind him. put a shroom under him, pops his ult, pops onto another shroom of mine, and that's enough for me to kill him, right? So, see, that's the thing, right? Like, I guess I can't play without my shrooms. Like, I really have to set up like a shroom minefield and sort of like go from shroom to shroom if I'm able to pull the strategy off against a Tryndamere, right? With his ult and everything. So, either way, I guess that worked out. But again, I don't think it's the best. Like, it's not gonna work every time. You know, you're not gonna be in a position where your shrooms are right there and you kind of kite from one shroom to the other, right? But either way, I felt good about that. I was like, hey, the blind thing works, you know. Yeah, this guy's tilted for sure. Like, he's like, what the hey? You know, I can't see him to auto him after I blind him, so he's just standing there. I mean, the hope was that the hope is usually to try to do that under your tower so he gets some tower hits, or to do it when your jungler's around or some other team members around. So your hope is like by the time you do that, somebody comes and so you can get a kill. But the shrooms work too. So, and I don't think I would have been able to pull anything, I mean, pull a kill off without my shrooms. So that's that. So I'm 2 kills and a bit of farm ahead. So I'm like, this is going well for me. Let me just see if I can get a slow push going and hopefully like make him lose a bunch of minions and win lane. Briar took a shroom hit. I don't think she's gonna fight me here. And I wasn't interested in fighting her either because I didn't know where Tryndamere was. Because he could have been pathing through the river, right? Takes another shroom hit. He has his ult up. Wow. See, that's interesting to know. I mean, it's only a 100-second cooldown, like minute and a half cooldown. So I need to be more like wary of that. But by this time, I've got what, an item almost. I think I'm at least an item ahead of him, like half an item ahead of him. So I wasn't too worried about aggressively, and I was almost two, yeah. So I was 2 levels there. He got level 9, so it's a level up, right? Blinded him, put a shroom down. He wasn't gonna walk over my shroom, so if he did, you know, I would have had an advantage there. But I think he's being a bit more careful now that he knows what I'm up to. Even then, like, I'm like laying those shrooms, the kiting shrooms down, because if in case he pops his ult and decides to ghost and come after me, my shrooms will slow him down there.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Yeah. So I'm 2 levels above him. I'm just trying to get plates here. Oh, I take a tower hit, huh? Not good. Not good for me. Try to do a wave pull here. The minions not hit my shroom, but they hit them anyway. Yeah, that was a bad shroom placement. So yeah, I put another one right there where, you know, it made sense to kind of like be on Tryndamere's path of like, I couldn't get that tower plate though. That was sad. What I'm trying to do is get him to chase me here with his ghost and ult, so he walks through all those shrooms, and then I blind him hopefully within my minion's range and basically stay still, right? So he's got a scanner. So he sees my shrooms there. I try to get a PTA proc. Can't pull it off. So yeah, so I put one slightly outside of the minions path this time, so hopefully I can do a wave pull if the minions come in and not hit. I took too many tower hits. Not gonna lie, this is not really the best of games. Yeah, and then I put a stupid Shroom down there thinking they'd proc the wave, but they just, you know, he just clears that for 10 gold, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I should have probably used my blinded backed up here to try to make him miss some minions. Yeah, so here I do a wave pull enough to sort of keep the minions away, but then like he's got like the scanner there. Yeah, I missed the cannon. Yeah, sucks, you know, like this part didn't really go that well as planned. But at least I knew I was gonna get this tower, and then I'd be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go get Nashers. So we got the tower. Let's look at the CS diff here. 112 to 105. So not too far ahead, but I'm 2 kills ahead. I can go get Nashers now. And I'm like, hey, you know, technically I won this lane against Tryndamere. So I'm like, let me see if I can get a little bit more prio, because Warwick was here and, you know, he was starting Rift. So I was like, should I hang around and help him out, or should I just kind of like base? Honestly, I should have probably left, but I saw like Warwick was alone. So I started helping him. But I really needed the space. And then Warwick was like, you know, I set up this control ward, and I'm like, maybe these guys are gonna come here. So either way, they have vision now. They know where we are. I don't know why Warwick pushes up here, because he's just confident that, yeah, and I'm like, dude, be careful. They're both, oh, so they both. I really have no idea. Warwick didn't have his ult up. So I'm like, I got my shrooms though. I'm just gonna kite these guys. Tryndamere ults in, so I blind him. He can't auto me. So I put a shroom down though. So obviously, like, Briar, I don't know why she hangs around under that tower, but she basically, you know, I get a double off of that, so that was totally worth it for me. Well, Tryndamere got my shutdown, if I'm not wrong. And it was also worth because the Rift is gonna basically, you know, go hit the T2 there. So that was totally worth, I would say. I mean, I could have probably played that better. Maybe if Warwick didn't go in without his ult. Or, I mean, he didn't expect them to be in those bushes. I mean, I knew they were there because they were just there. And, you know, when Warwick and I were in this river bush. So, yeah, that was kind of a little bit of an int. Get my tower, take off. Oh, this was an int right here. And Tryndamere just got his ult. So that was really sad. Yeah, I griefed that big time. It was an overstay. I should have just kept walking. I messed up. You see Tryndamere caught up in CS, 124, 124. But the rest of our team's doing okay, you know. Syndra's ahead. Zeri's kind of ahead. Yeah.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Wow, 4 top, huh? I should have probably gone mid here. Yeah. Yeah, I see this imbalance and I start making my way towards mid. Briar ult. Yeah, I saw Syndra next to me. I was like, I'm not too worried.
Red team double kill.
Tryndamere comes in here, ghost in. I blind him. Yeah, he doesn't have anywhere to go after that. So yeah, that was pretty much GG, you know, at this point. Solid ult by WW to end the game. So either way, I hope y'all enjoyed that. That was slightly an improved sort of Teemo against Tryndamere from my side. Y'all can rewind and watch those blinds. But yeah, if you really want to see how the technique works, definitely check out Fappy's Teemo versus Tryndamere videos, the anti-Tryndamere technology by Teemo. Take care, guys. Have a good one. GG.